some footage of the Ceratogyrus darlingi, female, juvenile, roughly 3 inches it looks like, maybe just a touch more. She's been doing some major webbing work. I think she finally finished doing her excavating. You can see on the left there, up behind her, that's her dirt mound. She covered up the burrow entrance underneath the log, and she pulled all the dirt out from underneath. She goes from where she's at, the entrance is right there to her right. It goes straight down, comes back to us this way, and then it takes a left. And then there's another entrance over in the left-hand corner. She was closer to us just before I turned the camera on, but she moved over to that area. Just makes you wonder how they decide, you know, that they're done putting web over here, and now they're going to go back over there and do some more. And now she'll walk around her little catwalk area in the back side there, and she'll come back around. And as she's going, she'll be webbing while she's going. You can see her up top here. That's her catwalk behind there. This is her dirt mound. That goes all the way up against the lid. And she'll come back around. She stops and takes small breaks. See if we can get the camera set the right way here so that we'll actually watch her trying to walk right to us. Now she must be on break now. Oh, break's over. You see, watch her spinnerets there. You can watch the silk as she's pulling it up. See the banding of silk. And she has all kinds of little silk glands underneath those spinnerets. There's a bunch of them, so that's where you get that. Instead of saying like a line of silk, it's like a sheet of silk. Now she's coming back this way. She tricked me. She's done some stuff here. It's really cool if you look at it like you guys are through the side like this. I mean, looking at it at the top, you know, the helicopter view is kind of interesting too, but oh, there's a good shot of her. Now you can see she's got a ventral band like a Poecilotheria regalis does too. She's actually got to work upside down. She's going to do all this work, and the first time that I take that cover off, it's all going to be gone. I'll have to pull it. You know, what I do is I take the lid and I just kind of slowly lift it up, and then I slide it forward, and that'll break the silk off of the lid, and then I just pick it up. Well, that way I'm not picking, if I pick it straight up, that pulls the web all the way up, and it's going to be pulling the dirt, and it's going to freak her out. She may come out of her burrow with all that commotion. So I tend to try and, you know, break the silk by sliding the lid instead of lifting the lid. And you can see the size of her abdomen, and she does have that touch of, baboons will get not a shiny, like real shiny, like, you know, brachypalmas do when they get to that point where they're ready to molt. If they've kicked their hairs, you could really tell but they get that dull shiny. And she's got a large abdomen, so I'm assuming that she's preparing her home because she's got an impending molt and she wants to make sure she's protected. That would be my guess. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she molted in the next week or two. Not saying that she will, but I wouldn't be surprised. Now, I've kept a handful of baboons, you know, anywhere from the Harpactira pulchripes to the, you know, the OBTs to, you know, I have the Ceratogyrus species of Russia sling and the Monosyntropus belforis, even though I don't really think that they're baboons because they're actually off the coast of Yemen. I don't know why they're classified as baboons, but the Ceratogyrus darlingi. What other baboons do I have? Well, Idiothalamira, I've had a couple of those before. Now I have the one that I have now. Why am I missing a bunch of them? Hysterocrates gigas, the Ceratogyrus olivacea. Yeah, there's just a bunch of them that I've had, and I think the easiest ones to keep so far that I've had have been this one here and the Harpactira pulchripes. She was very, very easy to keep. She would hide for a very, very long time though when she went into pre-molt all the way through a molt. And if you didn't catch her after her molt, you wouldn't get the molt from her, the exuvia from her. It would be like dust because she would just wait till it dries up, and then it would just get crushed from her moving around in her enclosure. But she would be roughly 2 to 3 months after when I suspect a molt from her that she actually would come back out again. Which, you know, you wouldn't think of a baboon because everybody thinks old world species and they think, boom, they're food hammers, and they're not really all that way, to be honest with you. They're not all super good eaters. My one Ceratogyrus marinus is just not a very good eater. The other Chaos is, but Bantu's not. She's a good eater here. The Ceratogyrus species of Russia has been a very good eater. But Hysterocrates gigas, I've had not much luck. A, keeping them alive, or B, seeing them eat very often. My Ceratogyrus olivacea is a pretty good eater for the most part. You don't have too much problems getting her to eat. Now she's going down into her burrow. So I'll try to show you. You could see this is the side view. Okay, and then this is where her burrow entrance goes right there. So it comes down, that's where she's at right there, goes down this way, comes back this way, goes over. She left this little bit of dirt here. I don't know if this is just for cover or for stabilization of this burrow right here is what I'm thinking. It just, the dirt here was saved and left for stabilizing that entrance. So in her last enclosure she did a U. At the very end of her being in there, it was just kind of like a U. So it was like on the side of the enclosure, it went straight down over and then back up again. Her enclosure before that, she had made an L like this with like 3 entrances, and that was in the baseball cube when she was still smaller. So there she's over here now. And she is right there. Now she'll start lining that. Let's see if she actually comes out. I haven't seen her come out of this side yet, but that may just be her. Uh-oh, I need to escape. Exit. It'd be kind of cool if she did come out of there. We can get a nice video of her emerging, but I don't know if she'll come out. Oh my goodness, there she be. No, maybe not all the way. Yeah, she's coming back around the other way again. And that's really her extent of her burrow. It does go on, if you see where the shadow, I'm trying to do this, let's see if I can do it with this instead. You guys probably can't see that shadow, can you? Yeah, right, see the shadow? Her burrow extends right to about here on the other side of this hole, so it comes back this way too. So it's coming towards us around all that dirt mound. And actually that's where she is at right now, is she's back in. I don't know if you'll be able to see it down here or not. You can see she's back in the back there. See her moving, now she's coming forward. Okay, well, I don't know how interesting this was to you guys, but I could watch her all day. You know, there's just a handful of them that when they really get working, it's just so intriguing to watch. You know, general behavior of tarantulas is just to sit still and not do much of anything. So when you actually see them being constructive and excavating and, you know, filling in burrows and making new ones and lining silk and, you know, making a web mat, all that stuff, doing sperm webs, it's very interesting to actually watch them be mobile and active. And when you get an opportunity to see that, if you have the time, just sit down and watch it. You know, it's really, actually, you'd be surprised how different you feel when it's all done, when you're done watching them, because all you're doing is focusing on doing something that's very natural to them. And it's really, I always say it's therapeutic and it's comforting. I enjoy it. You know, if I've had a bad day or, you know, a bad health day or whatever it may be, I know I can come in here and grab somebody and either just feed them and watch them or just watch them do stuff like this. So I try to, when I catch them doing stuff like this, I try to film them the best I can. And this wasn't really a planned video. Jody had asked me, one of my friends, Jody, had asked me how I kept mine from the beginning. And, you know, just to reiterate what I said, Jody, from the beginning, she started off in a baseball cube. I think she was 3/4 of it. Actually started off in a vial. I remember now. She was in a tall vial. I think it was 40 dram. I left her in there for 1 molt, moved her to a baseball cube, left her in there for 1 molt, moved her to the enclosures that you see up there with the red lids. That's what she was in. And I didn't like her in there, not that, because I didn't like the substrate, first of all. And I wanted her to have something just a tad bit bigger and I could see her a little bit more. So I decided to move her into the mini football helmet display cases because I really love these. I think these are perfect size for most juveniles into early adulthood of pretty much any tarantula, to be honest with you. You can have them in here at 4 inches and even, I think, 5 inches. They'll probably be okay in here, to be honest with you. And well, the next video I do is going to be on the enclosure. She might be coming back up. The whole enclosure too big deal. That's my next plan. Here she comes. If I can get the tripod to work for me. I got it all twisted and combobulated now. Hello, girl. So yeah, here in this enclosure, she's kept dry. I don't really do much misting, or I may overflow a water dish every now and then. But if you see, there is no water dish in there right now for her because she completely webbed it and filled it up with dirt. So I took it out. I wanted her to be done doing what she was doing. Oh my goodness, I'm like shaking all over the place here. Done doing what she was doing before I actually put it back in there in a place where she won't web it over. So, okay, well, we're right at that mark that I want to end here at the almost 15-minute mark. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and bye.